Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFX-TV. I am the WrestleGamer, Double B Billy Boudreaux, and we're going to be looking at Raw Christmas for this week. And we opened up with the Authority coming out to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. What I found kind of creepy was Kane handed out free little candy canes, and there was one guy in the audience who really didn't want one, and well, Kane kind of said, you know what, you're going to take it and you're going to have some more and like it. And I, just going to reference something I said during the coverage of it last night on the Facebook page. When Kane hands out free candy canes to you, take it. Be sure you have a big smile on your face and happily accept it for your own safety. So, and Randy Orton comes out and says, my gift to you is me, your champion. But I do like the announcement of the two big matches that we're going to have, the two six-man tags. The Wyatt family taking on Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and Daniel Bryan. And John Cena, CM Punk, and Biggie Langston taking on The Shield. So, two good matches there. And I got to say, okay, it was an okay opening for Raw Christmas, 3.5 out of 5. The 12 Jingle Bells match, which was in essence a 12 Divas tag match. We had the Funkadactyls, the Bellas, Eva Marie, who was terrible as always, and Natalya taking on Vicky Guerrero, Oksana, Alicia Fox, Tamina, and Rosa Mendez. Why in the world did they put Vicky Guerrero, Eva Marie, and Oksana in this match? I could tell you something right now, guys. I knew from the beginning not to expect much, because they didn't deliver that much. Natalya was good. Brie Bella was good. Nikki Bella was okay. Funkadactyls were alright. So was Rosa Mendez, Tamina, and Alicia Fox. Vicky and Oksana and Eva Marie were just kind of stunk it up on ice. But then again, like I said, you had Oksana, Vicky Guerrero, and Eva Marie in one match. Not exactly a winning combination. 3 out of 5. And that's being kind. Sin Cara and Curtis Axel. What caught me off guard is they actually had Sin Cara do one of the video promos saying that he had a big L for Curtis Axel. I thought it was okay. Matchup, of course, they're going to keep pushing Sin Cara. Good match. Senton Bomb from Sin Cara secures him the win over Curtis Axel, 3.25 out of 5. And then we get the big announcement, Batista. Yes, the Animal Batista is returning to WWE January 20th. Really looking forward to seeing the Animal back in World Wrestling Entertainment, and just really wondering what exactly are they going to be doing with Batista. A lot of rumors are running rampant right now, especially over on Facebook, about Batista winning the Royal Rumble this year, and it can happen. It can happen. Batista won it in 2005, so I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Next up was one of the featured six-man tags, Wyatt family taking on Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and Daniel Bryan. Man, what a great six-man tag. I really thought this was a really well-executed match. WWE really stepping up their six-man tag ranks, especially when it comes to the execution style of it. They really are putting over the Wyatt family as of late, if you guys have noticed. The finish of the match, of course, was Bray Wyatt introducing Cody Rhodes to Sister Abigail and getting the win for his team. And they still seem to be going after Daniel Bryan. So I like the fact that, they're, a week ago it kind of looked like they were abandoning the storyline between Daniel Bryan and the Wyatt family. But they picked it up on SmackDown, and they followed through with it here on Raw Christmas. So I'm glad to see that they're doing that. Just not leaving the storyline up in the air, out in limbo somewhere where we don't see a conclusion to the angle between the Wyatt family and Daniel Bryan. So But in essence, I truly enjoyed the 6-man tag. 4 out of 5 for that one. And then next up, we had a Christmas Carol sing-off. Xavier Woods and R-Truth began, and Xavier Woods, he's got a set of vocal cords on him. He's pretty good. 3MB, in essence, Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, and they kind of stunk on ice. And Santino Marella and Great Khali, where Santino, sang in a high octave, and Great Khali just got on the microphone going, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. It's basically, it was almost a comedic style segment from WWE, and they gave the win to Santino and Khali. I'm going to be kind because I don't want Great Khali to come after me. 3.5 out of 5. Next up we had was something I found very odd at first when they announced it. The Christmas present, Christmas present on a pole match. In the intro, both Fandango and Dolph Ziggler, and then we found out exactly what the Christmas present was. A shot at the Intercontinental title next week on Raw New Year against Big E Langston. And then, I was on the phone earlier today with the Shining Star Rick Star over on Hardcore Wrestling Radio, Facebook.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. Be sure you check him out. And he says, one thing he hopes is that they don't put the title on Fandango. Of course, that kind of reveals what happens. Fandango pushes Dolph Ziggler off the top rope. He hits his head on the way down. Fandango grabs the Christmas present. He gets the Intercontinental title shot. But, the Shining Star Rick Star, to kind of quote what he said on the phone, is a lot of people are getting on John Cena's case about his moveset, the dreaded 5 moves of doom. But what moves does Fandango have? Just a kick and a leg drop is what he said. So, if there are any Fandango fans out there, and there might be some, kind of in the comments section, if you can, kind of defend Fandango, if you can. Why do you feel that Fandango deserves to be Intercontinental Champion in the WWE? From your perspective, you guys already heard what the Shining Star Rick Star says. Me, personally, I watched the Fandango gimmick solely for Summer Rae. Pretty much it. 3.5 out of 5. Next up, we had the Primetime Players and the Usos. For the love of God, somebody get Darren Young Google Maps. The reason why I say that is he was trying to cut a promo, and instead of realizing that he was in Austin, Texas, he said, "Hello, Houston. Houston, we have a problem." And I think maybe because solely on that mic botch, which I think might have been accidental, I still kind of question whether or not it was intentional or not, but, they had Darren Young take about all the heat in the match. They had, it was them and the Usos, and of course they ended up with the Usos with the top rope splash on Darren Young, and then they ended up with the millions of dollars dance. 3.5 out of 5, the tag matches are really starting to really shine in the WWE, especially with these two tag teams. And like I said, Darren Young, poor Darren Young. He may come out of the closet, but he needs a map just to open the door. I wonder how many people got that analogy. Next up was the famed battle for Christmas. The Good Santa versus the Bad Santa. Good Santa being Mark Henry. Bad Santa being Damian Sandow. One person, Tony Rodriguez, put in the comments during the live coverage that, he had no comment on the match. And I went ahead and said, what, I can't say that on the review. What am I supposed to say? They kind of went over the place. I didn't, expect the match to be no disqualification, but that's the way it turned out. Of course, we saw frequent use of a fire extinguisher. We had a candy cane, kendo stick, and, the matchup just kind of went all over the place, and then, of course, it ended with the World's Strongest Slam to the Bad Santa, and, of course, they called it World's Strongest Sleigh Ride, and the Good Santa defeats the Bad Santa, Good Santa being Mark Henry, once again, saving Christmas. Now, a lot of guys out there on Facebook are really ragging on WWE about this, but it's a holiday-themed episode. Cut them some slack. Because I'm going to cut him some slack. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. So I think, with it being a holiday-themed episode, I think you guys should cut them some slack as well. Los Matadores returned to TV on Raw Christmas this week as they took on the Real American. Zeb Coulter still on his bid, saying that, Santa is an illegal immigrant. He needs to be deported. Just following up on what he did on Friday Night SmackDown with that sign. And I gotta say, it was good to see Los Matadores back. El Torito in white snow gear, I guess, to celebrate the holidays. All hail El Torito! Boy, it was so much easier when the Studley Man actually did it and not me. 3.5 out of 5. We had Ryback and Kofi Kingston. I think at one point Ryback hit the meat hook clothesline and looked like it knocked out Kofi Kingston, because when he picked him up for the spot for the shell shock, Kofi Kingston was just kind of limp. But Ryback got the victory. I think this is basically a filler match for the WWE. But it was an okay match. 3.25 out of 5. And finally we get the main event. John Cena, CM Punk, and Big E Langston taking on the Shield. And they really gave Big E Langston a chance to shine in this matchup, especially for the climax of the match. They did the hot tag to Langston. Both Cena and Punk are outside. Langston's cleaning house, and then the Shield, he connects with the big ending on Dean Ambrose, and before he can make the pin, the Shield interferes. It goes out of control, just like it did on Friday Night SmackDown, but instead of feeling the triple powerbomb, Cena drags Reigns out of the ring, throws him into the guardrail. Then CM Punk picks up Dean Ambrose, and Cena has Seth Rollins, and to deliver both the GTS and the AA to both members of the Shield. Cena, CM Punk, and Big E Langston stand victorious. And I like how they played, they first started with Cena's music, excuse me, and then they went to CM Punk, then they went to Big E Langston to kind of highlight all three of them. Because I know the Cena haters out there would have been, oh, well, they only played Cena's music, they didn't play CM Punk's music, they didn't play Big E Langston, it was all about Cena, it was all about John Cena. That's what I have to say about that. Raw Christmas this year was, I'm going to say, a bit better than it was last year. If you guys remember last year, they had Alberto Del Rio run, hit Foley claws with the limousine. I wonder how many of you guys remember that. Then they had a street fight between Del Rio and John Cena. And how many of you guys remember that without Googling it? So, Raw Christmas this year is going to get a 3.75 out of 5. My pick for best match of the night, I'm going to have to give it to the Wyatt family, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and Daniel Bryan. Superb 6-man tag match. With Cena, CM Punk, and Langston taking on the Shield, a very, very close second. Worst match of the night is the 12 Jingle Bells match. Simply because, you have the combination of Eva Marie, Vicky Guerrero, and Oksana all in one match. Like I've said, never a winning combination. What I want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Raw Christmas. What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Raw Christmas this year? Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Guys, don't forget to send in your questions for the Q&A session, Ask the Wrestle Gamer, where you get a chance to ask yours truly a video game and wrestling related question. Way to do it, you can do it here on the YouTube channel, or you can go over to the Facebook page for WGS-TV, facebook.com/WGS-TV. Remember, I will answer any and all questions, and you guys will get the proper credit for sending in a question. Also, don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So with that being said, I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Double B Billy Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.